we're here talking about Disney today. Let me pull up movies. So, we are talking about Grey Mouse Detective, Oliver and Company, and Rescuers Down Under. And after that, we are out of the Dark Ages. We are into the Renaissance. So, let's just say this is actually, one thing I'll say is everyone says, like, oh, the Renaissance starts with Little Mermaid. Grey Mouse Detective is actually kind of where it starts. Little Mermaid just kind of is the big one. But what's special about Great Mouse Detective is it's one of the first ones to use CGI. So we're going to look at that. I'm going to show you guys a little clips so you guys can see that because it's actually really cool. We're going to talk about Grey Mouse Detective. As you can probably guess, if you know anything about anything, it's Sherlock. He's just Sherlock. It's actually based on a book, which I didn't know, because he is not Sherlock. His name is Basil of Baker Street. So it's like, there's like humans, and then there's like Mice City. It's like the Rescuers, where there's like a secret mouse society. So he lives on Baker Street under Sherlock Holmes' apartment. Basil of Baker Street. So, let's see. London, 1897. So we see a little toy maker mouse and his daughter, and he's showing her a toy he made for her. And then they're just being cute. And then there's a bat breaks into the house and steals Dad away. Okay, and it's kind of a creepy bat. And so a little girl comes out of her hiding spot. Dad's gone. Boom. Title screen. Okay, so Grey Mouse Detective. Alright, come on, candy. Today's sponsor is Reese's. It's not. We don't have sponsors here, but I wish we did. And I wish it was Reese's because I could use some Reese's for life. Anyway. So we've got some opening credits. And then the story is told to us by this other character whose name I can't remember off the top of my head, and I'm hoping the thing will tell me. Let me see. Dawson. Dr. Dawson, who was our, if you can guess by the name, our Watson equivalent. So Dawson just arrived in London and all that stuff, and he's looking for somewhere to go. And he finds this little girl crying. And it's the little girl from earlier in the movie, from the very beginning. And her name's Olivia. So she's like, I'm trying to find Basil of Baker Street, because she saw his name in the newspaper. So Dawson helps her out, and they go find Basil of Baker Street. And they get there, and crazy stuff is going on, and Basil is being silly and doing an experiment and everything. And let's see. So Olivia is like telling her story. And she's like, well, he was kidnapped by this bat. And he's like, he works for, what's this guy's name? Radigan. I was gonna say Raddington. Radigan. And Radigan is the Moriarty equivalent of this. He is Basil's nemesis. So he's like, I'll help you. And then it cuts to Radigan. And we see him baking. The father creates some sort of robot. We don't know what it is yet. And because he's a toy maker, he's making some sort of creation. And he's like, oh. And he's like, I'm not going to do it. And he's like, if you don't do it, maybe I should go find your daughter and bring her here. And he's like, I'll do it. You know, usual stuff. So then he sends the bat to get a list of things. tools, gears, uniforms, and the girl. Like, this is a list that's written down. This is important. So the little bat scurries off. I don't remember the bat's name. And then Ratigan. Okay, this is when Disney movies were good, guys. Ratigan has a villain song. It's great. It's more along the lines of like a Gaston song where everyone's talking about how great he is. But he has this great, like, scene, this, like, musical number. It's fabulous. So they all sing about how great Ratigan is. Now, for reference, because you can't see, Ratigan is very clearly drawn as a rat, and everyone else is drawn as a mouse. And we're shown in this scene, he doesn't like to be called a rat. He says he's a mouse. So that's important for later. But they all sing. And we know his scheme has something to do with the queen. We don't know quite what it is yet. But he's trying to do something to the queen so he will be in charge. Alrighty. Go through his musical number. Oh, and he has his, because this guy calls him a rat, he has his cat, he has a pet cat, he has his cat eat him. Like, on screen, this cat, like, swallows a rat, or swallows a mouse, and the end. And then they go back to singing. And now we're back to Basil. And he's just trying to get the whole story from Olivia. And they go to find, oh yeah, the bat was outside of the house, and they go follow his footprints and everything. And he says, you can't come to Olivia, but she does come anyway. And then he goes into the actual Sherlock's house, the actual Holmes's house. And there's a dog, and his name is Toby, and he trained Toby to be a little guard dog, like a little hound dog. So, because I'm here, high school, so we're just going through the Great Mouse Detective. So the bat left behind his hat, and so they get the dog to smell where he's at, and so off they go, right in this dog that's, you know, a regular sized dog for these little mice. And they get to a human toy store, and he is getting items. The bat is getting stuff, and then they go in. Let's see. And, you know, Basil is doing his little thing of being a smart man, trying to figure everything out. Dawson finds the list because the bat dropped it. I don't remember the bat's name. I wish I'd been paying attention. Anyway, something distracts them, and Olivia runs off, and the bat snatches her. And then he runs off with her. Basil and Dawson can't get to him, and they're very upset. And he shows them the list, and then they go, and he goes back to Ratigan's place, and he's like, look, sir, I have your daughter. You better do what I tell you. And then, let's see. It's buffering again. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to remember. I have to do this because I watch so many movies, and sometimes it's like a week before I talk. Like, I watched this one like last Monday or something, so I don't remember everything. Oh, Fidget was the bat's name. And then he says he lost the list, and he's like, Fidget. And he tries to feed Fidget to the cat. And then he realizes this can work for his plan. So he's like, okay, I'm going to trap Basil, essentially. Now Basil uses the paper to figure out where in the city Radigan is hiding. And they go to the seedy bar, the seedy mouse bar by the lake, by the pier. And it's just a silly scene, and they're just trying to get information, trying to figure out where Radigan is. And let's see. Oh, there's this cute mouse that comes on stage and dances. She has a little musical number. I mean, it's a la Jessica Rabbit. She's very cute. And I'm not a furry. I don't want to hear it, but like, hold up. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a furry, but like, come on, guys. And then their drinks are spiked. Dawson drinks it anyway. They get into a bar fight. They follow Fidget. They follow him all the way to Radigan's hideout. And Radigan finds him, traps him. Puts him in a mouse trap with all sorts of stuff. Let me show you this. Yes, that's an arrow. That is an arrow, an anvil, an axe, and a mouse trap. So like they're just gonna be ultimately crushed, destroyed. Oh, and there's a gun. So they're all dressed up in these. They're going to Buckingham Palace, and we don't know exactly what their plan is still. We don't know what their plan is. Just know he made some sort of robot, and it's going to help him take over London. He flies off in a hot air balloon. Don't ask me about the hot air balloon, it's unexplained. Then we get to Buckingham Palace, and there's the Queen, and then they're like, "We have a gift for you, my Queen, for your annual thingy tonight." And it's a robot of the Queen that Radigan can control. So and he basically takes the Queen, kidnaps her, and then is planning to use the robot to take over. And we'll see how that turns out. So then we cut back to Basil, and he's trying to figure out they're trying to figure out how to get out, and Basil's like, "Oh, he's smarter than me. I've been beaten." Dawson is like, "Dude, get your shit together." And he's like, "Might as well have set the Mike's had some advances in tech." Yeah, I know, right? And he's like, "We should set the trap, like, if you're so done, then let's just set the trap off and then be done with it." And he's like, "You're so smart, we'll set the trap off now." And what he does is he basically sets the trap off in a way that it doesn't land the way it's supposed to, so it all breaks instead of landing on them. And they get out of it. And they save Olivia, and then we cut back to Buckingham Palace. And Robot Queen is giving a speech of some kind while they're about to feed Real Queen to the cat. And they basically say, "Radigan is now my main advisor, and he is going to lead us." We cut back to them. They're riding the dog. They get there just in time to scare off the cat, save the Queen. And Radigan is saying, "Oh, well, now that I'm in charge, here's all the things that are going to happen now." And he's like telling like new taxes and all these things. And like, "You can't do that." He's like, "Bitch, I can do whatever I want. The Queen just said I could." And then Basil gets there, and the fake Queen, starts saying really weird stuff, and it's because Basil's controlling her, and then it explodes. The machine explodes, and then, let's see, dog is chasing the cat. Let's see. He grabs the girl, he grabs Olivia, says if you don't stop, she'll die. And then they fly off in the hot air balloon, and then Basil and Dawson and Dad also make like a makeshift hot air balloon. Let me show you this. They make a makeshift balloon and they fly after him. And then they end up at the Big Ben. Trying to get there. They end up at Big Ben, and this is where I want to show you some footage, because this is the first use of CG in a Disney film for this clockwork. All of the clockwork is CGI. So, yeah, all the clockwork. I'm trying not to show too much because I don't want to get copyright, but the clockwork is CGI, and they have, you know, a big boss fight in here, in the clock tower. Basil almost falls off. Come on, my thing started buffering again. So then they're on like the front of the clock, and Rodigan and Basil are fighting it out. And they both fall. I think Basil's done for, but he found a piece of the hot air balloon and flew himself back up. And then, yeah. And then it cuts, and it's a little bit of a skip. This one actually at least has like sort of like it's still a little bit of like a cut, and then it ends. But there's a little bit more falling action. Queen honors detective. And then Olivia and her dad leave. And Mouse says tech to make a robot, couldn't make a better trap or a minigun. That's the worst part. There's a gun in the beginning of the movie, like Basil has a gun. Basil's just really smart. Like, the trap had like a gun and like an arrow and like an anvil and an axe. Like, it was supposed to just totally chop them, but they just fucked with it, and then it didn't work. And then Dawson is like, I should be going. And then Basil is like, somebody shows up and she's like, I need help because somebody's missing or whatever. And he's like, well, you've come to the right place. This is Basil Baker Street. And Basil's like, yes, and this is my partner Dawson. And Dawson is like, oh, okay, yeah. And it's all a little bit heartfelt and gay, because if Holmes and Watson aren't just a little bit gay, or is it even Holmes and Watson? Let's just be real here. And then blah blah blah. This was my introduction to Basil Baker Street, the end. Because Dawson was telling the story the whole time. So yeah, the end. It has credits at the end, because it's a post Black Cauldron movie, so credits are at the end. It had some opening credits, but like normal opening credits, and then it has the credits, like the full credits at the end. Where are we going? Let's just talk about all of them and then we'll rank them, actually. Next one is Oliver and Company. And I don't know if people are going to like my opinions on this movie. I'm going to be real. So I didn't really like this movie. I'm going to be really serious with y'all. Okay. Oliver and Company. We're going to start. What do y'all notice about this sky scene? If you said the Twin Towers, yeah. This movie was made in the 70s, so the Twin Towers show up in a lot of sky scenes in this movie. And it's a little, like, interesting. You're just like, oh, wow, yeah, those were, like, a big part. Like, there's another shot later where it's just, like, you see the Twin Towers and the Empire State Building, and it's like, yeah, those were, like, important. It was, like, a big thing. But, like, to me, like, they fell when I was, like, when was that, 2001? So I was only, like, 3. So, yeah. They've not really been an important part of, like, even movies and stuff for me, because they fell when I was a kid. So, like, it was really weird watching this movie and being like, oh, yeah, the Twin Towers are, like, a huge thing. So, yeah, that was really jarring watching this movie. I was just like, right, those used to exist. And I don't mean to make light of this, like, the situation. But it's just really interesting because as someone who, like I said, I saw Ground Zero after they fell, like when I was younger, but I've never, like, I never saw the Twin Towers. I never really watched a lot of like, by the time I was old enough to really watch movies and stuff, like, they weren't really, the towers had fallen, so, like, they weren't in any big panning shots in, you know, any movie in New York City or anything, you know. So, like, yeah. They're all, like, this was really weird. Steffi and I were talking about that. We're just like, oh, yeah. Those are a thing. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, I was 6 when they fell. It's kind of, like, dark to see the movie and knowing what happens later. Yeah, here's another shot. There they are. Yeah, I was only 3. Like, I was a baby when they fell, so. But there they are. Yeah, we get a bunch of shots in New York City, blah, 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 and we open on some really bad rotoscoped people. I want you guys to look at these people. These people are ugly. But there's a box that says kittens free, take home, or whatever, and all these people are grabbing cats. These really ugly rotoscoped people. There's one orange tabby cat that no one picks up. And then it rains, and his box falls apart. And he almost washes away. And then he gets chased by some dogs. And then he hides under a truck wheel and sleeps. In the morning, the truck moves, he wakes up, he runs off and hides. And then he goes down the street. And there's a guy with a hot dog stand. And he's like, hold on, I want some hot dogs. And this guy is like, get the fuck out of here, cat. And then we see some dogs. And then we see this guy. Our main character. Or one of our main characters. And he's like, he finds his cat. And he's like, hey, let me help you out, buddy. You need some help. And he's like, we can get, don't worry, we can get hot dogs from these guys. And so he chases the cat. And then while the cat is scared, he runs up and freaks out the guy, and the dog steals some sausages. And the dog runs off with the sausages, and he's like, hey, you gonna share? And he's like, no, bye. And he chases him down. He chases him all over New York City. And he's singing a song, and I don't know, yeah. And, like, there's other dogs and stuff, and yeah. So he chases them all the way to, like, the edge of town to this little boat. And then we see some more dogs, and they're, like, watching some TV. And they're just talking and stuff. Let's see. And then our dog shows up, and we find out his name is Dodger. And this little kitty shows up, and he's like, Kitty follows him, and he's like, hey, you were supposed to share those. I did like the song, Why Should I Worry? Yeah, it's not bad. And then their owner shows up, and he's like freaking out. We don't really know why. And these other dogs show up, and then we see, so this is another use of CGI, and a really weird one at that. I'm going to show you guys this. Look at the CGI on this car. Watch this. Look at this. This is a really weird use of CGI. So, that's our next use of CGI. So, the reason some people, so, you know, I'm just going to pause for a minute. A lot of people see the beginning of the Renaissance as Little Mermaid, but a lot of people consider Great Mouse Detective the beginning of coming out of the Dark Ages, because that's when these movies started to use this new technology, CGI, started incorporating it and putting more effort into their films and everything. But Little Mermaid's the one that's popular, and it's one that pulled everything together and really was like, phew. But a lot of people consider Great Mouse Detective the beginning of that because of scenes like this. Like, we're starting to use CGI and other things, and we're really trying to come out of the Dark Ages and trying to use new stuff, like new technology and stuff. So we figure out that this guy owes this other guy money, and he doesn't have any money. And he's like, I'm gonna kill you if you don't bring me my money. And then the other dogs are, his dogs are terrorizing our main character dogs. And one of them got 3 days. He says he has 3 days. And one of them bothers the cat, and the cat scratches him. The cat doesn't have a name yet. Like, all of you know his name is Oliver because his name's in the fucking title. But he doesn't technically have a name yet. And so they tell him to buzz off, and then the cat, they're like, oh, you did good, kitty. You scratched him. And yeah, they have 3 days. He has 3 days to get the money. And they all go to bed, and whatever. Let's see. Oliver snuggles up a Dodger, and they sleep and all that. And I don't... Here it is. Here's the other shot. Here we go. There they are. They're not there anymore. It was, like I said, this movie was really weird. I was just like... Every time they popped up on screen, I was just like, oh yeah, those were a thing. I can imagine showing a kid, like the kids I used to nanny, they're what now? 9 and 10? No, 9 and 11. He just turned 11, right? Yeah, he just turned 11. Don't draw a plane anywhere near them. So that's... that got Lilo and Stitch changed, y'all. So you know the scene at the end of the movie where he's flying the spaceship like through the mountains and stuff? He was originally going to be flying the spaceship through a city. And then the towers fell. And they changed the movie. Yeah. So. But yeah, I couldn't imagine showing this movie to like the kids and being like, oh yeah, those towers, those used to exist. Oh shit, yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's what I've heard at least. But yeah, so they're taking the cat, they go out and they're like, okay, we gotta find money. And they're like, okay. So they're like running around and they have a song, blah, 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 blah. And then they find this guy in a big fancy car, and there's a little girl in it. And she's all sad because her parents won't be home for her birthday. So they pretend like one of the dogs got hit by the car. They're trying to get money. So, alrighty. So then the cat accidentally gets left in the car, and they drive off. And so she takes the little kitty home and calls her parents. It's like, and then we meet Georgette, the fanciest dog creature ever. It's like poodle, this fancy poodle, and she has a song, and yeah. And she is upset to meet the cat, and the cat is eating out of Georgette's bowl. Oh yeah, she names him Oliver, right here. And yeah, so like, then we come back to the other dogs and we're like, oh shit, we lost the cat. We gotta go help him. So then we have a whole musical number of, I think her name is Jenny, the kid. Jenny and Oliver, and they're all happy, and it's a montage of them spending time together and being happy together. She gives him a collar. They go to bed. They're happy. And then she leaves for school, and then they go inside, they break in. They find a way to break in, and they run into Georgette, and they're like, hey, look, we just want the cat. She's like, oh, I hate this cat too. Let me help you. So they break the kitty out, and he's all mad. Oliver's mad. He's like, I was happy. And they're like, oh, so you hate us? You fucking hate us? He's like, no, that's not it. I love you guys. I was just really happy with the little girl. And they're like, oh, so you fucking hate us. Okay. And then dude gets home and he's mad because he doesn't know how to get the money that he needs that he owes this guy. was real thirsty. I realized how thirsty he was. And then he realizes, and his collar has, like, fancy street listed on it. And he's like, oh, I bet this guy's missing you in his big old house. And he's like, ooh, I can ransom the cat. So he writes a note, and he sends it there. And he's like, okay. Oh, someone's coughing. Someone's outside coughing. I was like, what is that noise? So he says, if you don't bring the money, I won't give you your cat back. So Penny gets home, and she's upset that Oliver is missing, and she finds a note. And so he goes and tells the guy he owes money. This is my plan. And the guy is like, all right, you have 12 hours. And then we cut to Penny, and or Jenny, not Penny. Penny is from the Rescuers. Jenny. She's lost, and she's trying to find them. And she shows up, and he's like, what are you doing here, little kid? She's like, well, I'm missing my cat. Somebody stole my cat. And I'm trying to find him. I even brought my piggy bank. And he's like, oh, God, what have I done? And so he walks over, and he drops Oliver in, like, a box. And he's like, oh, look, I think I found your cat. And then the guy who owes money, Sykes, or whatever his name is, gets upset because he was there watching, and he grabs Penny, or Jenny, throws her in the car, and is like, fuck you, to the guy. So they run off. And they're like, okay, we gotta break in and save her. And he calls, her, because her parents are out of town, but her, like, butler, and he's like, you better give me money, or your daughter will be hurt, or some shit. Typical evil villain shit. This movie gets weird fast. And yeah, he's like, call the old man, tell him his daughter, Jenny. So they break in. Also, this man has a gun. And so they're breaking in, trying to free her. Crazy shit happens. They manage to all escape. And they're driving down, and this guy drives after them. We have some more CG scenes. Let me play this little clip of this for you. This subway. Oh, hold on. Let me rewind. I missed it. But yeah, so they're like down in the subway, and they're chasing him, and they're trying to get out and everything. Let's see. We have the best kills in this movie, which I never thought I'd say about a Disney movie. But the bad dogs are like attacking them, and they kick one of them off, and he just fucking rolls down the train track and gets electrocuted by the tracks. And then, let me just show you this, actually. I'm just going to show you this. So she jumps. They turn the scooter at the last minute. And watch this. This man is fucking dead. This man is fucking dead. Did you guys see that? Okay, I was sitting here, I was like, are you shitting me? This just happened in a movie about a cat? Like, a Disney movie about animals is the best kill. Yes. The man is dead. The man just fucking exploded. He just got hit by a train. He's gone. And then they're just bad chilling. And they go home. And they sing happy birthday to her because her parents were gone, and they spend happy birthday with her. And yeah, the dogs leave, and yeah. And they're like, we're over here if you need us. And he's like, I know. And then they sing the song again, Why Should I Worry? And then it's the end. Man. The movie about a cat had the most intense kill. That was some crazy shit. Now, I know you're thinking, okay, Tara, what's next is Little Mermaid. But like I said, we're skipping Little Mermaid. We're gonna do Rescuers, and then we're gonna come back. Okay? Especially because I don't think Rescuers belongs up here with like all these good movies. We're doing Rescuers Down Under, okay? And now I'm gonna talk to y'all about how the rescue cops are never around during these scenes. Exactly, it's fine. I'm gonna talk to y'all about how these two rescuer movies, are really weird, okay? The kids can understand the animals, but the adults can't, okay? So I just cut to a bunch of, like, really pretty scenes in the outback and in Australia. And then we see this little boy, and he wakes up. And he hears, like, some noise, like a didgeridoo playing, so he goes out and tells his mom he'll be back later. And he's got all these woodland creatures following him. And then he talks to this kangaroo, okay? I want you to know. So in the last Rescuers movie, Penny, the little girl in that movie, talks to a cat and to the mice, Bernard and Bianca, who are main characters. So, and then in that movie, it was told to us that was weird. Because at the end of the movie, she goes, "Hi, Bernard." She's on TV, and she goes, "Hi, Bernard. Hi, Bianca. Thank you for saving me," or whatever. And they're like, "Who are you talking to?" And she's like, "Those are the two little mice that saved me." And they're like, "You can talk to mice?" And she's like, "Yeah." And it's, like, shown to be weird, okay? So this one opens with a kid talking to another animal, okay? A different kid. And they're like, "There's an eagle. She's stuck in a poacher's trap." And he's like, "I'll go save her." And so he goes and he saves this beautiful golden... Hello, can you not talk to mice? Maybe I'm the weird one. But here's the weird thing. Here's what's weird. Not every animal in this movie can talk. So he can talk to animals, but not every animal can talk to him. Because he talks to the kangaroo, and then there's some more animals that he talks to later. But this eagle that he's saving doesn't speak. She just caws like an eagle. Like he does not, this eagle does not speak. But the other animals speak. It's really weird. Okay? Like, it's really fucking with me. It's one of those things, like, don't think about it, but I can't help but think about it because I'm a 24-year-old and not a 6-year-old. So he frees this eagle, and then he falls because she, like, flips out, and she does like this and knocks him off the cliff, and then the bird swoops down and catches him. And I don't remember this kid's name. Cody's his name. Hello, sorry I'm late, but I have arrived. Hello, Igloo. Did they say that because they didn't want to pay another voice actor? Probably. But we're just talking about Rescuers Down Under and how weird the Rescuers universe is. So, let's see. So he's flying around on this eagle, and it's so cool, and whatever. It's a really pretty scene. Like, some of these you just have to watch, because I can't explain everything. Like, you really do need to see some of these scenes, because they're really pretty, and they're really nice. So she takes him to her nest, and she shows him her eggs. And she gives him a feather. And he's like, "Where's the dad?" And she's like, "Ah." Like, she doesn't speak. I'm telling you, this bird does not speak. She does not speak to him. She just kind of goes, "Ah." And he's like, "Yeah, my dad's gone too." She gives him a feather. And then she flies him off. And he's flying around, and he sees a little mouse stuck. Let me show you this. It's got a little bell on it. And so tries to save the mouse, and he falls into a poacher's trap. And let me show you the next use of CGI in these movies. See if I can cut to it. This big old truck machine thing. Let me show it to you. And it pulls up. Yeah, there we go. Well, this big old monster. I'm pretty sure this whole thing is CGI. Yeah, look at that. So, yeah, my good news. I did my first stream today. I streamed for 2 hours, averaged 2.6 viewers, and made a Gryffindor house crest and Yoshi egg. I am so happy for you. I wish I had caught it. I must not have realized you were streaming. Let me go fix that. Oh, I don't follow you. That's why. I apologize. Well, now I follow you, and I will make sure to catch your next stream. I will have to catch that next time. Wow. Okay. Anyway, let me get back to this. Sam, I just followed you, Igloo Prince. The bird is a mute, I guess, and now it's fucking with me. That's what I'm saying. It's so weird. But yes, we just followed you, Ibu, and I will do my best to rate you when you're live versus I'm live and stuff, and I'm gonna help you out. I didn't realize I wasn't following you. So now I follow you, and now I'm gonna check out your next stream. It's early in the day kind of as well. Thank you both. I'll be streaming tomorrow afternoon during some Hufflepuff stuff. Cool, tomorrow afternoon I should be free. We're going to the movies, but I don't know what time, so I'll check it out. So the mouse tries to help him get out, and then the poacher shows up, and he's trying to play it off like he didn't do this, and he's like, little kid is like, poaching is against the law, what are you doing? The Rangers are going to get you. And he pulls him up, and he's got this weird, like, lizard thing that also doesn't speak, Joanna. On this, like, salamander thing. And so she's trying to get the mouse. The mouse crawled in his backpack, and she's trying to pull the backpack off to get the mouse. And the poacher, McLeach, I think is his name, McLeach, he sees the feather in his backpack, and he's like, where's the bird? Where's the nest? And he's like, I don't know. It was a secret. I just found it. And he's like, I already got the father. And he pulls the other feather out. He's like, tell me where the mama and the eggs are. And he's like, no. And he tries to run off. What he does is he's like, my mom will call the Rangers. Rangers, kid, there are no police in Disney movies. Animals and kids have caused deaths without consequences. Fair. But so what he does is he throws his backpack into an alligator, like a crocodile creek. And then, it's like, they'll just think you got eaten by crocs. And he grabs him and takes him with him. And the little mouse runs off to, like, a telegraph station. And then we see the telegraph bounce all the way to New York, where the rescuers are. Here's another good CGI shot, like early CGI shot. I just want you guys to see, like, what Disney has gone from doing with CGI. So here we go. New York skyline. So, yeah. Did I miss you talking about Great Mouse Detective? Yes, that was the first one I talked about. But we're not done. You know, I'm going to talk about all of them and then do some more talking and rank them and everything. So it's not finished. We'll talk about it some more. But, yeah, that was the first one I talked about. This is the last movie we're talking about. We also talked about Oliver and Company, which I didn't like very much. It was really weird. But Oliver and Company had the best kills. So then the telegraph gets to the Rescue Aid Society. And they're talking about, oh, we know who we should send on this. Bernard and Bianca. And then they're not there. And then it cuts to a little cafe where there's some bugs and some mice and Bernard. So we've established our main plot of this movie. Here's where our secondary plot gets established. Bernard and her are having dinner, and he's like, I want to ask you something. We see him, like, try to find something in his pocket, and then he sees it's fallen out of his pocket, and it's a ring. So, obviously, he's going to propose to her. And then there's a misunderstanding. She thinks, they're talking about the same thing. She's been told that they're going to, that they're being asked to go rescue this little boy. And he thinks that they're talking about getting married, and so she's like, yes, let's do it tonight. And he's like, what are you talking about? What? And then he realizes immediately what they're talking about. So, oh good, it was another one I loved as a kid. I hope you enjoyed it well. I liked Great Mouse Detective. I didn't really like Oliver and Company, and I liked Rescuers too. It just fucked with me. Because I think too hard about these things. So then they go see the, what's it called? The albatross. They can fly to Australia. And they get packed up, they go flying out. He hides it. They hitch a ride on a actual plane at some point, and then they make it to Australia. You just fast forward. Okay. Cuts back to Cody. He is in the back of this poacher's truck. And he's telling him that nobody's going to find him out here. And then, let's see, back to the albatross. Back to Bianca and Bernard, and then they're flying in. Hold on, I missed the other nice shot of CGI. Where is it? I skipped it. Okay. There we go. It's really interesting. Flying through the this thingy. Whee! And then they get to Mugwump Flats, and then we meet Jake, and he's like, "You can't land here. Runway isn't long enough." And he's like, "Oh, I'll make it. It's fine." And then they have to, like, silly stuff. And then he sees Bianca, and he's like, "Nice to meet you." But he didn't know it was Jake. Was it Jake or Jack? Jake. Okay, yeah. And he's one of those little, I think he's one of those little bouncy mice. I don't remember what they're called. No. Hold on. A kangaroo rat. Okay. Yeah, he's a little kangaroo rat. He got like big feet and a little long tail, a little bouncy mouse. He's very cute. Oh, the real ones are so cute. Yeah, let me. Then there's this whole subplot with the bird because he like cracks up his back, and it's not important and it's not interesting. So they're trying to find the boy, and Jake is like, "Well, let me help you." And it's kind of implied. It's one of those things where, like, this is where the subplot comes in of, like, Bernard wants to propose and he wants to be with her, but Bianca is, you know, distracted, and this other man is trying to come in. So this is our subplot, very typical subplot we've had in other movies. Not necessarily Disney, but you've all seen the subplot, you know, the third wheeling, the feeling like you're not loved, and all that when you're like trying to do something special. That kind of thing. And they're just traveling through, and like he's third wheeling, and Jake is getting all up on his woman, and Bernard is like, "That's my woman." Okay, we cut back to the poacher's hut, and he's throwing knives at the kid, trying to figure out where the nest is, and he's like, "I'm not gonna tell you." He's like, "I'll give you the money," and he's like, "No, I'm not gonna tell you." So he tries to propose again. And then Jake shows up and kind of interrupts their moment. And Bernard is all sad. Alrighty, then he locks the kid in a cage, and here's the next moment where we talk to more animals and why it's really weird which animals can be spoken to and which ones can't, and who can speak to animals. So there's a little lizard, there's a koala, there's a kangaroo, and there's some other stuff. And they're all talking, and they're trying to figure out a way to get out. And they almost get out, and then the salamander thing, Joanna, comes in and like locks them back up. And the little lizard is like, "I'll pick the lock with my tail," and it doesn't work. And he's just kind of sitting there. And then we cut back to Bianca and Bernard, and they're flying around, and you know, Bernard's kind of third wheeling. Okay, we're gonna skip this. This is that weird subplot with the bird because he cracked up his back, and there's like mice doctors working on him. And it's supposed to be funny, and it's just weird, and it's not funny. It throws off the pacing of the movie. But he flies off. He gets away from them, and he flies off, and he's like, "I'm gonna help Bianca and Bernard." Mom gets told by the rangers that her son is dead because they found his backpack in the crocodile lake, and it's like on the radio. It's like, "Oh, here's another victim to a crocodile attack. The little boy has gone missing, but he's dead." And McLeach hears it on the radio, and he's like, "Ha ha! Perfect. Now no one's looking for the kid." And there's this whole weird scene where he's talking about eggs, and then he's like, that's the boy's," because he's trying to figure out the boy's weak spot, like Cody's weak spot, to figure out what he can do to get the information out of him. And he's like, "The eggs, the bird eggs." Alrighty, the lizard ends up actually breaking the lock, like unlocking the lock with his tail. And they're like, go get the keys, go get the keys. And Joanna comes in again, chases him. They don't get out. So they all get locked back up, and then he takes the boy with him. Bianca, Bernard, and Jake finally show up to the poacher's house, figure out what's going on. What he does is he tells the kid, Bird's been dead, the bird was shot, she's dead, go home. He knows what he's going to do is go find the eggs. So he follows him, and they follow as well. They hop on the truck. The albatross, Wilbur is flying their way as well. So they all get to the nest with the eggs. And they're like, Cody, you're in danger. And then he sees, her name is Mara Hute, I think is how they say it. And she gets caught and trapped, and Cody tries to free her. He ends up in the cage as well. As do Bianca and Jake. Bernard is in the nest. He didn't make it with them. He sends Joanna to eat the eggs. They're just rocks. She doesn't know that, so she throws them off the cliff. She doesn't eat them. She throws them off the cliff. Then we see Bernard is hiding with the eggs. Wilbur shows up and he's like, the kidnapper took the boy and Jake and Miss Bianca. I need you to sit on the eggs. And he's like, hold on, I'm not going to do that. And then he ends up doing it. Bernard follows them, eventually catches up with them. And he's using a little boy. He's going to feed him to the crocodiles. Because this man is crazy. Bernard gets the keys out of the truck, throws them to Jake and Miss Bianca. I love that he calls her Miss Bianca the whole time. He calls her, even though he's like dating her and wants to propose to her, he calls her Miss Bianca the whole time. It's so cute. He's so respectful. He's a gentleman. Be like Bernard, guys. Be Bernard. Bernard is the best. I love this man. Then they are able to unlock the crate. McLeach and Joanna fall in the river. So does Cody. Bernard saves Cody. McLeach, this movie has a good death. McLeach falls off a waterfall. He falls down a waterfall. And then Cody almost falls as well, but Bianca and Jake free the eagle, Marashute, and she swoops down and catches him, and then they fly home. And while they're there, Bernard is like, okay, before anything else crazy happens, Bianca, will you marry me? She's like, yes, of course. And then we cut to Wilbur still sitting on the eggs, and then the credits roll. And that was Rescuers Down Under. So now let's rank them. Okay. So, I had to find a new ranking list because we were a little bit behind. The other one stopped at Frozen 2, and I needed one that also had Raya and Encanto. So, we have a new ranking list. It looks a little bit different. It's exactly the same. Haven't changed anything. They're all in the same order. So, here we are. Okay. Great Mouse Detective, Oliver and Company, Little Mermaid. Let's talk about those. So, oops. We're doing Inception here. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. So, of the three, I think my favorite was probably Great Mouse Detective. It was really good. It was really interesting, and like Zeffie was telling me about how it was the first CGI in a film, in a Disney film, and everything, so it was really cool. Rescuers Down Under was my second favorite. I really like The Rescuers. Both of those movies are really good. I just overthink them because I'm like, why can they talk to the animals? Only some of them. What? And, Oliver and Company I did not really like. It was really weird. It got... I don't know, the plot, like... It went from 0 to 60. Like, real fast. It was about a little girl and a little cat, and all of a sudden there's, like, a man trying to kill them, and he gets hit by a train, and some really other weird shit. It was really weird. I didn't really like Oliver and Company. So... Let's put that one down somewhere. Oliver and Company... Below, let's see, it's down here in like D tier. I don't know if it's quite, maybe it's an E tier. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it here. Oops. I hate to do this, but I didn't really like that movie. Okay, and then Rescuers Down Under is probably going to go up here with like Rescuers because they're both really good. I'm just going to put them together. And then Great Mouse Detective is probably going to go up here. Yeah. Current standings. Let's put them up here. So I put it between these two, right? Between How to Roll One and Lady and the Tramp. Put Rescuers Down Under right after the Rescuers. Okay, why is this not letting me drag? There we go. And Oliver and Company. Where did I put it after? Oh, where's Make Mine Music? I forgot to put Make Mine Music on here. Oh, that's right, because Make Mine Music isn't on this list. Oh no, here. It's in the wrong spot. There you go. It just got dragged in the wrong spot. Okay. I was like, where is it? So there we go. That is our current standings. Yeah, this wasn't a bad batch. I mean, I don't really like Oliver and Company, but this was not a bad batch. And I'm excited to start the next couple movies. So the next couple movies, we're going to do singular streams. So, because we were doing the princess movies on their own, and that will mean Lion King will also be on its own because it's between two princess movies. But I think it deserves to be on its own because Lion King is a very iconic film. So we're doing Little Mermaid next week. No, not next week. Well, no, we can do next week. Right? I'm trying to remember my dates. So we're doing next week, and then, yeah, I'll be, okay. Yeah, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's not going to affect, so next week, so this coming week, I'm here. Next week, I'll be in Disney, so we won't have our normal streams, but we'll still have our Sunday streams. That shouldn't affect anything. But I'll be in Disney World. I'm so excited. So we'll do Little Mermaid next week, and then the week after, Beauty and the Beast, and then we'll continue on And then, let's see. These two will be together. Mulan and Tarzan will probably be on their own. And then we'll do, let's see. Let me double check my math here. Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Double check my math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so then we'll do Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, Pocahontas on their own. So that's 5 weeks of each individual movies, and then Hunchback and Hercules will be on the same day, and then Mulan will be on its own, and then we'll do 3 movies at a time after that. God, Little Mermaid, at least we're getting the ones I remember more vividly. Yeah, so, and I'm, like I said, the next few we're going to do on their own, so maybe you guys will have time. I mean, I don't care, but maybe you guys will have time to watch the movies as well, so then we can all talk about them together. But yeah, we'll do Little Mermaid on its own, and then Beauty and the Beast on its own, Aladdin on its own, Lion King on its own, Pocahontas on its own. So the next 5 weeks is going to be only one movie. So hopefully some people will have more time to watch them if they want, and you guys will actually remember these ones, because these are the ones that we were more in tune to. Actually, I was talking to my mom. It was so funny. She was telling me the first movie she saw in theaters was The Black Cauldron. I said to her, I'm sorry. The first movie she ever saw in theaters, and then I thought about it, like, my mom, when she was born, she grew up with the Disney Dark Ages. She was just a little bit, she was just young enough that she grew up with the Disney Dark Ages. That was the movies that were in theaters when she was a kid. Like, she saw, Black Cauldron, Oliver and Company, those kinds of movies. She saw all those in theaters and stuff. Hers should be at least a B tier because Phil Collins' Life Fight Me. We'll get there. Tarzan is definitely going to be the high point of that stream, because I'm going to do Tarzan, Fantasia 2000, and Dinosaur at the same time. So, yeah, Tarzan's going to be a breath of fresh air. Or maybe the calm before the storm. But yeah, because between the next 2 princess movies, so I can get all the way here, we'll get up to Mulan. And then between Mulan and the next princess movie is 12 movies, so we're going to do 3 at a time. And then we get to Princess and the Frog, Tangled. And then everything else kind of evens out pretty nicely. We'll do Winnie the Pooh and Wreck-It Ralph, and then Frozen, and then Big Hero 6 and Zootopia, and then Moana. And then Ralph Breaks the Internet, Frozen 2, and then Raya, Encanto. Dinosaur was good if I remember correctly. I haven't watched it since I was a kid. I heard it was weird and not very good, and I think it's Disney's first fully CGI film, if I'm correct. I feel like Wreck-It Ralph should have been a Pixar movie. I'm telling you, Brave and Wreck-It Ralph were switched at birth. They came out the same year, I think, or within months of each other. Let me see. Let me double check my dates on this. But I think they're the same year. Brave was 2012. Wreck-It Ralph was 2012. They came out the same year. Brave is a Disney princess, and Wreck-It Ralph feels like a Pixar movie. They were switched at birth. I'm telling you, they like put the wrong label on the movie or something. Like, those 2 were switched at birth. That is mine and Zeffy's like absolute theory. Like, those 2 movies were switched at birth. I'm telling you. They sent the movie out to all the theaters and had the wrong label on it. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, Wreck-It Ralph feels like a Pixar movie, and Brave feels like a Disney movie. So yeah. Is the order we're going in? Okay, it's good to see I'm in all on this, yeah. We talk about this all the time. Zeffy and I. So, let me see. So yeah. Boom, 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 boom by themselves. These two together. Hunchback and Hercules together. I can't wait to get to that stream. Hunchback and Hercules. Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll. And yeah, so what was the first movie you guys saw in theaters? I'm curious, because I know the first one I saw in theaters was, I think, a Tigger movie, which is a Disney film, but it's not one of these Disney movies, but it was a Tigger movie. It was the Tigger movie. The first one of these ones I saw on theaters was Emperor's New Groove, the first one of the Disney, Walt Disney Animation Studios, and I slept through most of it, as my mom tells me. But I know the Tigger movie was, I think, the first one I saw. Never saw any of them in theaters. I saw them on VHS. But what's the... You don't know the first Disney movie you saw in theaters, like, at all? Do you remember the original Ninja Turtles? Yeah, what's the first, like, movie, Swole Nerd? Like, any movie. I just know mine happened to be a Disney movie. What's the first movie you saw in theaters, like, as a kid? It doesn't have to be Disney, just in general. And then if you remember what's the first Disney movie you saw... I don't remember seeing them. I don't remember the first movie I saw in theaters as a kid. I know it was a Tigger movie, but I don't remember it. And apparently I slept through Emperor's New Groove. The first one that I remember seeing in theaters, I couldn't tell you. I'm trying to think. Is it maybe a Pixar movie? I'm trying to, like... jog my memory. I don't know, maybe Cars or something? I don't know. Damn, it's hard to remember. No worries. I mean, if you don't remember, you don't remember. My mom and I talk about it all the time, that, like, the first one I saw in theaters was a Tigger movie. And that she took me to see Emperor's New Groove because we saw the commercials and I thought it was so funny, and I fell asleep during the movie and I slept through most of it. Oops, I keep clicking the wrong tab. There we go. And yeah, my mom said the first one she saw in theaters was Black Cauldron. That was the first movie she saw in theaters, and it scared... She was 6 years old, and she went with a classmate, and her classmate was scared and cried through, like, the whole movie. I'm trying to remember what Zeffie said he first saw in theaters. I think he said Tigger movie as well. I don't remember. I remember the first Disney was probably a Toy Story movie, maybe one or two. That makes sense, probably. That would make sense. Yeah, I don't know. Disney-wise, though, IDK, what was offhand, though? Maybe it was Hercules. Yeah, I mean, if you don't remember, you don't remember. Like I said, my mom just told me these stories. She'll also tell me about when I was a kid. I don't remember I can't remember the first, thinking back, I don't remember every movie I saw in theaters. I couldn't tell you what movies I saw in theaters. I'm pretty sure I saw Tangled in theaters before Tangled. I don't know. I don't know if I saw any of those in theaters. Maybe I saw Chicken Little in theaters? I don't know. I don't think so. For the longest time, I didn't know Bolt had a theatrical release. First vivid movie of going to the movies, the original Ninja Turtles movies. I went to see all of them in theaters. That's awesome. Like I said, I don't remember. I wish I could remember more. I just don't. As an adult, I've seen a ton of movies in theaters, but I can't remember, anything before I was, 16. I can't remember any movies I saw in theaters. Sorry, I'm picking up my skin. Y'all know I do that too much. Yeah, I don't think I know I saw Tangled in theaters. Pretty sure I saw Wreck-It Ralph in theaters. I saw Frozen in theaters. I think I saw everything after Frozen in theaters. Did I see Zootopia and Moana in theaters? I don't know. I didn't see Frozen 2 in theaters. I saw that on Disney Plus, but I don't... And then Raya and Encanto, obviously, I saw on Disney Plus, because they didn't have a theatrical release. I watched most movies when they came to VHS or DVD. I remember seeing Meet the Robinsons, or whatever that movie was with the kid and the future as a family. Yeah, Meet the Robinsons. It's right here. Um, yeah, I can't remember. It was probably, I'm sure I saw some of these movies in theaters, but like I just can't remember what the last movie I saw, like what the first movie I saw in theaters was. Um, yeah, I'm super excited to get through the next few movies because a lot of these are like really really good. Aladdin is my brother's favorite, so I'm excited to get there. I really like Hercules. I love Mulan. Mulan will probably make it an S tier if I had to be honest. So yeah, I'm excited to get through the next few movies. This is where it gets good. And then we'll get into all the weird shit after Mulan. After Tarzan, really, but we're doing those, like, together. But, yeah, after Mulan, we start getting into all the weird shit, and then we'll get to all the modern shit. After Bolt, we'll get to all the modern shit. That's what I'm most excited for, is to, like, really get to the end of this tier list and review and rewatch some of these movies, because we all know I've seen Tangled 1,000 times. But I think I've only seen Wreck-It Ralph like twice. I've seen Frozen a couple times, but I've only seen Big Hero 6 a handful of times. I don't, I think I only saw Wreck-It Ralph once. I watched Frozen 2, apparently. I couldn't tell you what happened to that movie. I only watched Raya once. I didn't like it, but I'll give it another shot kind of thing. There's a bug on my wall. Y'all seen this shit? There's a bug. Aladdin would have been my first Disney movie now that I think about it. Wreck-It Ralph, I think, is underrated. The original Wreck-It Ralph is good. Second one sucks. Yeah. And then I'm excited to talk about Encanto. I love Encanto. Yeah, look at this bug. Look at this bug invading my home. I don't want to get up and kill it, though. I'm scared. That's a big-ass bug, if I can see it on my camera. Ugh, it's on my light switch. Okay. I'm just gonna block it with my head. It's gone. I don't see it. I thought it was a spot on my phone at first. No, it's a bug. That's a bug. It's nasty. My house has bugs. I hate it. I hate living in this apartment. Okay, I'm good. The final moment of terror on stream. I know this is bug. If I got, it's gone. That's probably scarier, to be honest. If I die, it's because of the bug. The bugs got me. Alrighty, I am going to pull up because Zeffy found a fun little quiz that I want to try out on stream today. Only the most powerful Disney villain fans will be able to pass his AP level quotes exam. Where the stream is proof in court. Okay. So I'm surrounded by. So we just have to guess. I'm surrounded by idiots. That's Lion King. Which side of Scar's face is his scar on? I'm not gonna look it up. I'm trying to think. Left. Okay. Whoever heard of the golden rule, whoever has the gold makes the rules. I know this. What is this from? This is from Aladdin. What does the Sultan keep attempting to feed Jafar's feather friend Iago? Crackers. Alright, keep the little beast for all you care. Do what you want with them. Drown them. 101 Dalmatians. Bonus completely. Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. I'll make him writhe. I'll see him wriggle like a worm on a hook. Ooh. It's a good one. This one I don't think I can figure out. I don't know. Let me think. I can figure this one out. It's not Fox and the Hound. I just watched Fox and the Hound. I can tell you that. I'm pretty sure it's not Moana because there's not a villain in Moana. There's Little Mermaid or Treasure Planet. I'm gonna go with Little Mermaid because worm on a hook is like fish imagery. Yes. What's the name of Ursula's two eels? Flotsam and Jetsam. Death is the only adventure you have left. hooks did which of his hands did the crocodile nom on? Ooh, I should know this. Let me visualize. I'm visualizing him in my head. Left. That girl has tangled the wrong man. Beauty and the Beast. How many dozens of eggs? Hold on, let me sing the song. When I was a lad, I ate. Now that I'm grown, I ate 5 dozen eggs, and I'm roughly. The world is dark and selfish as cruel. If it flies even the slightest ray of sunshine, it destroys it. I know this one because that's Tangled. Mother knows best. Take it from your mumsy. On your own, you won't survive. Sloppy, underdressed, immature, clumsy, please. They'll eat you up alive. Guys, relax. It's only halftime. It's Hercules. No bonus sentence here, but this is the halfway point. I'd like to continue. So I was cruel irony, my dependence on you. He ate so many eggs, how does he not have salmonella? Not Fox and the Hound. I don't think it's Jungle Book. Said by the villain. This is a villain's quote, so I'm trying to think. Sorry. This is, I will finish reading this later. Okay, this is about the wedding I'm going to in November, so I'm the maid of honor. Excited. So yeah, there's going to be a point in November where there's not going to be streams for a couple days because I'll be in North Carolina at a wedding. But that's in November. Whew, I already like my dependence on you. Oh no. Is this a villain's quote? Because I can't think of any villains that say this. This has got to be just a quote, right? Rock, yeah. Won't you shake a poor sinner's hand? Yes. Are you ready? Are you ready? Princess and the Frog. Now, young man, you're from across the sea. You come from 2 long lines of royalty. I'm royal myself on my mother's side. Your lifestyle's high, but your funds are low. Need to marry a little honey whose daddy got dough. Sorry. See, now you respect me because I'm a threat. That's the way it works. That's the Incredibles. What supervillain is Syndrome's real name? Buddy. There are no trails through a woman's heart. Not the Lion King. Not Frozen. Hunchback or Tarzan, because I haven't seen those recently. Also, I don't think it's marking if I got these right. I'm not sure if I've gotten them all right. I think I have. So we'll see. There are no trails through a woman's heart. Do any of you know this one? I'm trying to think. I haven't seen Tarzan forever. I watched Hunchback like January, but I wasn't really paying attention. I'm gonna go Hunchback. Ah, I was wrong. Damn it. I had every other single one. What horrifying way does Clayton meet his demise? This man hangs himself. How many men does it take to deliver a message? I'm so mad. I was doing so good. Hold on. What type of bird does Shan Yu have he has a falcon. First thing you need to know about me, I'm a hugger. That's Toy Story 3. What does Lotso smell like? He smells like strawberries. Unholy demon. I'm sending it back to hell where it belongs. That's Hunchback. Ooh, I don't know this one. Beta Maria, you know I'm much purer than the common vulgar weak. Sinning crowd? No. Sinning as crowd. I got 42 out of 45, guys. I got 2 wrong. I'm so mad I didn't get all of them. That was fun. That was actually really fun. That's a good quiz. That was a really good quiz. That was a really good one. It's interesting because some of these is not. Are not said by the villains. Where is it? It was this one. This one is not said by the villain. It's called Cruel Irony, like my dependence on you. They're counting Cusco as the villain because Cusco says that line. Damn, a quiz Tara can't get 100% on. Hi, Kidslots Coast. Thank you for following me. Oh my god, Will Akimbo, thank you for the raid. Oh my goodness, hold on, I gotta exit out this. Thank you for the raid. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you so much. How was your stream? I saw you were playing Jackbox. I popped in for just a second, but I was trying to get ready for my own stream. We just took a Disney quiz. I'm actually I want to see if there's some other good ones that are on here. Let's see. Ear Poop, thanks for following. Hey, all good, thanks. I'm so glad you had a good stream. Let's see. Let's try this one. Here's another good quiz. How's the stream so far? Pretty good. So we just finished ranking for those of you who are new here, what I do is I watch Disney movies and I review them. I'm currently watching all of the Walt Disney Animated Studio films right now and ranking them. So we just actually finished talking about them and ranking Great Mouse Detective, Oliver and Company, and Rescuers Down Under. And we were just taking a couple BuzzFeed quizzes to kill some time. So yeah, this is actually my current rankings, if any of you guys want to see. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're taking some BuzzFeed Disney quizzes for a little bit, and then I'm going to get off here. We just did a Disney villains quote, and I almost got perfect score, and then there was like 2 that messed me up. Yeah, if you guys want to know, this is what I think of the Walt Disney Animated Studios films. We got Winnie the Pooh at the top and Bambi at the bottom. Next week we're doing Little Mermaid, so if you guys like the Little Mermaid, come hang out. Same time next Sunday. I don't know, I said Wednesday. God, I hope it's not Wednesday. Yeah, and then I also have it written this way. So I should post this one in the Discord as a read only so you guys can see it. I should do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that later. Somebody remind me when I get off here. Yeah, let's see this one. Highest possible score on this quiz is 455, but you lose points for wrong answers. See how well you can do. Each question is worth an increasing number of points. If you get a question right, You get those points. If you get it wrong, you lose those points. So you can score between negative 455 and 455. The goal is simply to reach 100 points or better. Sound easy enough? Let's go. Okay. What's the baby lion's name? Guys, I don't think I know the baby lion's name. Which movie is Queen antagonist in the evil queen, that's Snow White. This is Aurora. Finish this lyric. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free, wish I could be part of that world. Which actor comedian provided the voice of Mushu and Mulan? That is Eddie Murphy, right? Yep. Drew the ends of the rainbow-covered ocean, followed by the prince and prince kissing. That is Little Mermaid. What gift does Bruno from Encanto possess? He can see the future. For 8 points. When Anna asks Elsa if she wants to build a snowman, Elsa says, "Go away, Anna." What does Anna reply? "Okay, bye." What does Maui say you're welcome for? Hold on. I gotta sing the song. Tides, the sun, the sky. 10 points. What's the name of this cave from Aladdin? The Cave of Wonders. Intro brings with a green light. This is Lilo and Stitch. No. This is Chicken Little. No, it was Lilo and Stitch. I got it wrong. What color are Rapunzel's eyes? They are green. What are Cinderella's stepsisters' names? Drizella and Anastasia. Hello, hi, Kazin. How are you? For 14 points, how many thieves does Alibaba had them 40 thieves. For 15 points, what does Belle say the story she's just reading on is about a beanstalk and an ogre? What is everyone gathered to celebrate before Wreck-It Ralph destroys the cake? What is the 30th anniversary? Yeah. What's the name of the 2 songs from Pocahontas that won 2 Academy Awards for Best Musical or Comedy Score and Best Original Song? Ooh. Colors of the Wind? Okay. What does Elsa say she's one with when she's singing Let It Go? She's the colors of the wind. Yeah, I got that one. She's one with the wind and sky. What food does Aladdin give to this family in need? He gives them bread. When Beast presents Belle with a mirror that shows anything she wishes, what does she ask to see? Her father. Okay, last 5 questions. Stakes will rise with each of them. For 25 points, which of these things is not said in Mulan's I'll Make It Out of You? Be as swift as a coursing river. Wanna fuck? I'm Mickey, by the way. No thanks. I'm good. I'm trying to remember the lyrics to the song. Be swift as a coursing river. To find your center. Your spineless. It's spineless, pale, pathetic lot, not sad, weak, pathetic lot. Okay. 30 points. Name the emperor. This is Cusco. What color are Mirabelle's glasses? Green. Why not? I'm Mickey because I have my Mickey already. He's in the other room. I live with my boyfriend, so I'm good. What falls from Tadashi when he runs into a burning building? His hat. Final questions. What does Joe ask for when he's in the shop? He asks for a lollipop. I got 433 out of 455, I think. So, I did pretty good. I think I only got 1 question wrong. Yeah, I only got 1 question. Which one was that again? Oh, it was, I had it right, and then I clicked the wrong one. It was this one. Yeah, I only got 1 question wrong. That was pretty good. Yeah, 433 out of 455. I'm also goofy. No thanks. I'm good. Let's see if there's any other good, quizzes before we get off here. I scrolled too far. I want to be right here. Let's see. 24 Disney quizzes that'll entertain any and every fan. Well, let's put that to the side for later. Let's go back. Let's see. Can you answer just one question for every Pixar movie? Let's open this one. Okay. Let's see. Half of these Disney princess dresses are fake. Can you guess which ones? Let's try that one. I'm gonna save this for later. So we did that one, we did this one. Let's save this for later and do some of these. Okay. Click on Belle's real dress, this one. Mulan's real dress. These are super easy. Tiana's real dress. You can see the editing on some of these, like Pocahontas' real dress, Snow White's real dress, Moana's real dress. This one's actually pretty close, but it's this one. Aurora's real dress. This one, it's this one. Okay. I don't remember in this specific scene. It is the blue one? Okay. Because her dress is this color in certain scenes of the movie. Like, this is the actual colors of her dress in certain scenes. So this one was actually hard. Who's texting me? Yeah, it was a little tougher. Yeah. Well, it pisses me off, that damn dress. I know, because it's white. And it's always colored blue, but it's white in like half the scenes. Okay, let's try this one. In Tangled, what was the name of the tavern that Rapunzel and Flynn Rider go to? Come on, this is easy. It's the Snuggly Duckling. Frozen, how many brothers does Hans have? He has 12. Little Mermaid, which of these is not Triton's daughter? Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know all his daughters' names. Andrina, Adora, Atina, Alana. I'm just gonna guess. Alana? No, it was Adora. Okay, good to know. Ralph breaks the internet. What's the name of the racing video game that Ralph and Vanellope go in order to steal Shank's car? Slaughter Race? Yes. Which phrase does the evil Queen of Snow White actually say? So it's magic mirror on the wall. I know it's magic mirror on the wall, so it's one of these two. Who's the fairest of them all? Or the fairest? I think it's the fairest one of all. Yeah. Cinderella, where does Jacques find Gus? He is in a trap in the staircase. Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Sorry, I have to sing the songs, otherwise I don't know the lyrics. Funny how we say mirror, mirror on the wall. I know, it's magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Pocahontas, what did Pocahontas see in her dream that made her believe a change was coming? I think it was a spinning arrow. Yeah. Alice in Wonderland, what does the White Rabbit ask Alice to get from inside his house? His gloves. Yes. Flynn Rider's wanted dead or alive on a poster because he's a thief. Beauty and the Beast, how many eggs does Gaston he eats to stay roughly? We just did this one. It's 5 dozen eggs. Aladdin, what does Aladdin eat and a relative gives the children? That was bread. Which glass slipper does Cinderella leave behind? Ooh. Ooh. I've never paid attention to that. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh. The left one? Yes. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one, y'all. That one almost caught me off guard. The Lion King, which side is his face is scars? For the longest time I thought it was Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. I like how Weiss's theme is called Mirror, Mirror. I love Weiss. I love Mirror, Mirror. Mirror, Mirror is one of my favorites. I'm trying to remember. Do I like Mirror, Mirror Part 2? I can't remember. I know I don't like it as much as the original, but Mirror, Mirror is so good. Y'all, the Ruby music is good. The movie, the show, like, the music, the first 3 seasons of Ruby. I highly recommend. Go watch the first 3 seasons of Ruby. We just did this one, and I had it, and what was it? It was on his left. Yeah, it was on the left side of his face. Soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. And one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. And Princess the Frog, what fictional country is Naveen from? Maldonia. Bumblebee is my favorite of the Ruby songs, though. Oh. I haven't listened to Ruby music in a while, but there's some good ones. Sleeping Beauty, what did the fairies arm Prince with? The sword, the sword of truth and the shield of virtue, sword of valiantness, shield of triumph, sword of righteousness and shield of honor, sword of destiny and shield of bravery. I think it's sword of truth and shield of virtue. It is. Okay, cool. The Emperor's New Groove, he's my original one to turn Cusco into what? A flea. Peter Pan, what happens after Wendy wakes up? She finds Peter chasing the shadow. He's trying to attach the shadow with soap. What is the name of the organization that Bernard and Miss Bianca work from? The Rescuers. Rescuers Aid Society. I'm glad there's something from the Rescuers. Like, nobody talks about this movie. Hercules. Hades promised not to harm Meg if he gave up his strength for 24 hours. Princess the Frog was Tiana's mother's name. Eudora. What kind of pies was Snow White making for the dwarves? Gooseberry. Moana, what does Mal reveal about himself when talking about his tattoos? His parents didn't want him, they threw him into the sea. Oh, we just did the hook. What side was the hook on? Left. How many years does Genie says he's been trapped in the ice? 10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Makes somebody love Mirror, Mirror so much. It's part near the end where you hear the tonal shift and goes in desperation that she knows the answer to her question but isn't ready to accept it. Then the tonal shift into sad acceptance. Yeah, I love that. The Sword and the Stone, what is the name of Merlin's pet owl? Archimedes. Mulan, what is the matchmaker's first critique? Speaking without permission. 101 Dalmatians, what color is Cruella de Vil's eyeshadow? Green. Yeah. Little Mermaid, what alias does Ursula use when she becomes human? Vanessa. During Hellfire sequence, what does Claude Frollo threaten to do after he learns Esmeralda has escaped? Burn down all of Paris in search of her. Yeah. Lady and the Tramp, Jim Deere gives his wife Darling Lady as a gift for Christmas. Black Cauldron, why is the Horn King searching for the Black Cauldron? It has the power to create an army of undead warriors. God, we're getting some good ones in here. We're talking about Black Cauldron, Rescuers. Like, I'm loving this. Everybody look left. Everybody look right. Everybody look, I'm standing in the spotlight. Not yet. What was Mulan's hair comb designed to look like? It was a flower. Was it an orchid or a lotus flower? Lotus? Yes. Lilo and Stitch, what did Nani do for a living before she got fired? She was a waitress. What color is the orb atop Maleficent's staff? It's green, right? Golden yellow? Oh. When not in use. Oh, I never paid attention to that. Well, that's one wrong. Sorry. Jungle Book. Lady June chose Mowgli. The elephants are marching for what reason? It's an elephant parade? Oh, it's a drill? I don't remember that. I don't remember Jungle Book. I thought green too. Yeah, it's apparently... I know it's green when she uses it, but I guess when it's not in use, it's a different color. Oh, I remember this. We'll have how many kids together? Oh my god, I remember this. What is it? Is it 6 or 7? Yes. And it's not kids together. He specifically says strapping young boys. That's why I was like, I remember the line. What does he say? Frozen 2, once Olaf is separated from everyone, searching, what name does he call out? I didn't watch that movie. I don't know. Samantha? Oh, I got that one right. Alrighty. Well, I did pretty good, I think. Which ones did I get wrong? Let's scroll back through. So I got that one wrong about the march. I got that one wrong about the orb. What was the other one I got wrong? 10,000 years, we'll give you such a crick in the neck. Some of these I'm surprised I got right, to be honest. Oh yeah, the Little Mermaid sisters. I don't remember those. We did pretty good. Alrighty, I'm gonna see if I can find one more good one. Listen to these siblings. Who cares about her sisters, right? I didn't know they were even named. Oh, it's one of these. These always suck. Like, they're so easy. Click on Anna from Frozen. Whatever. I think I've done one of these already anyway. If you can recognize these Disney characters from their silhouettes, we'll be shocked. Let's try this. That's Elsa. Oh, I have to write it in? That's Merida. I spelled it right. Why did I say I got it wrong? They spelled it wrong. Do I have to capitalize it? They've got it spelled wrong right here. They've got Murdia spelled right here. Okay, well this is Tiana. Why is it saying I got it wrong? Okay, I'm not doing this one. I don't like this one. It's telling me I got it wrong. Do I have to capitalize it? It's telling me I got them wrong. Why is it doing this? Luella DeVille. Oh, it's spaced out. That one, yeah. Ugh, whatever. I'm not doing this one. Let's do one more. Let's find one more. Can you name the Disney movie by the totally random scene in the middle of it? This quiz sucks. I know, right? Let's try this one. Okay. Lilo and Stitch. This is Beauty and the Beast. Emperor's New Groove. Little Mermaid. This is Aladdin. This is Sleeping Beauty. This is Lion King. This is Hercules. This is Mulan. This is Atlantis. This is Alice in Wonderland. Not Alicia in Wonderland, Alice in Wonderland. And I marked it wrong again. I wrote it right. Movie is this from? This is Tangled. I don't like these write-in ones. They're marking them as wrong. What is this one? Oh, this is, I know what this is. This is, looks like Wreck-It Ralph. I think that's Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah. This one is Zootopia. This marking is wrong. It's train scene. I know this one. If you know this very vague shot from the middle of a Disney movie and you know it, I'll be thoroughly impressed. I know this shot. What is this from? I don't know. Just tell me. Bolt? Oh. I wasn't gonna get that one anytime soon. Yeah, I hate it. Marked all these write-in ones as wrong. But, whatever. I got them all right. I got them all right except Bolt, but I would never have gotten that one. "17 Tangled jokes for anyone who knows it's better than Frozen." Okay, hold up. Oh, these are just stuff of people saying, "Oh yeah, Tangled is better." Yeah, this is just, "Oh, Tangled's better." Okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Well, here's our current standings for anyone who's curious. We got Pooh Bear, Fox and the Hound, Cinderella, 101 Dalmatians, Great Mouse Detective, and Lady and the Tramp in A tier. In B tier, we have Aristocats, Robin Hood, Rescuers, Rescuers Down Under, Sword in the Stone, Fun and Fancy Free, and The Three Caballeros. In C tier, we have Jungle Book, Peter Pan, Fantasia, Sleeping Beauty, Saludos Amigos, and Black Cauldron. In D tier, we have Melody Time, Dumbo, Snow White, Ichabod and Mr. Toad, and Pinocchio. And in E tier, we have Alice in Wonderland, Oliver and Company, Make Mine Music, and Bambi at the very bottom. Yes, I will post that in the Discord, actually. Let me see if I can do it right now. Anyone with the link can view this. I'm gonna leave this up while I pull up Discord. Oh, it's downloading a bunch of updates. This might be a minute. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about why any of these are here, we can talk about them for a couple minutes, and then we will, I gotta get off here and make some dinner. But if you guys have any questions, I'm like, hey, why is this movie in C tier? Or hey, why'd you put that one so high? I can tell you. Oh my god, it's taking forever. Hurry up. There we go. Okay. Oh, I have to log in. Hold on. I'm not logged in. Let me sign in. I know I can do it with this QR code thingy. This stuff is so cool. Alrighty. Posting this for view in tier lists. There we go. I know why Bambi is so low. Bambi is so low because that's a bad movie. Oops, we're doing Inception again. Keep accidentally switching. Well, alrighty. I think it's about time, unless anybody has any questions. Let's see if there's anybody for us to raid. Doesn't look like anybody's live. I'm gonna refresh. Alrighty. So we are going to get off of here. I have not gotten my, let's see. Yeah, I have not gotten my work scheduled quite yet. It should be posted sometime tomorrow. So I will post my schedule once my work schedule has been posted. We will definitely stream tomorrow and Tuesday. We'll be playing Kingdom Hearts at 6 o'clock on tomorrow and, well, tomorrow I don't know. I might be going to a movie tomorrow, actually. Tuesday at 6 o'clock we'll be streaming Kingdom Hearts for sure. And then I'll post my schedule for the other days. Tomorrow, we're going to go see a movie, so I don't think I'm going to stream. I don't know what time we're going to see the movie. We're going to go see the new Doctor Strange. So, yeah. So we're going to go see the new Doctor Strange. If you guys have seen any other good movies, let me know. I've seen some good stuff recently. I watched, let's see the last, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Let's see the last few movies I saw in theaters. I saw Sonic 2. I saw Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. I saw, Bad Guys. And then I saw, we're going to go see Doctor Strange. And then I watched Turning Red like a week or two ago. That was good. I can't wait to get to Turning Red once we do our Pixar tier list. So, anyway. Excuse me. Yeah, that's where we're at. So, we are going to, get off of here. Keep an eye out in the Discord and on Twitter for my schedule. I will post it, and then yeah, we'll have some streams this week. So anyway, so who is the next Disney movie? The next Disney movie is The Little Mermaid. We will talk about The Little Mermaid next week. So next week, same time, same day, we will talk about The Little Mermaid. I'm excited. I haven't watched it in a while, and I want to watch it with an open mind because I don't have the best opinions about The Little Mermaid. But it saved Disney, so, you know, whatever. It's, like, important or something. I'm excited to get to the ones after that. I'm excited to get to Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. That's what I'm excited for. But we gotta watch The Little Mermaid. So, right, saved. Yeah, saved. Because Great Mouse Detective saved Disney. Because Black Cauldron almost killed Disney, and then Great Mouse Detective saved it. And then Little Mermaid got all the credit. So, you know, whatever. Anyway, I will see you guys Tuesday. Tuesday for sure. Because, yeah, we're going to go see Doctor Strange tomorrow. So, anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.